see your
And
background? It makes it really, we can't see you at all. All I see is that grass
it,
and this big black.
it's my for some reason my camera won't work,
Oh,
and
really?
the only thing I can get is that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to have you here. You're here. You're here in spirit. So glad you're here. Hello, Zach. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
Good. Where are you at?
I'm at Tempo Espresso next to my gym, Fossa Fitness.
Okay. Which
So,
Vasa do you go to?
I go to like three of them, but the main one is Union and Briargate here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and they give me a discount on coffee because I go to the gym across the street. So,
Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay.
just
I
finding
go to
those
that one every
wins.
now and then. I go to that one and the one down on Powers. So,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only one I don't go to. I've been to the
It's
other ones a
crazy
bunch,
busy.
but
It's so busy.
yeah.
Anyway, hello, Mark. How are you? Tim Hollenden. Tim's here, so I can go grab a refill of my coffee.
What
I've been waiting for one of us to come in.
am I, your fill-in?
Let's see here. Did you come in on? You came in on your own. Here, I'm gonna make you co-host so you can let
All
people in.
right.
They
Yeah,
do want to get a
thank you.
refill. I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
what's up, guys? And gal?
And you're in Louisville, Kentucky?
Who said that?
Oh, Zach here.
Oh, yeah, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
I asked if you live in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I spend half of my year in Louisville, basically the summer, and then I'm in Gulf Shores, Alabama, the in the winter.
Okay. I was born in Louisville,
Really?
before my family moved to Colorado. I don't make it out there much anymore, but we were the
Yeah.
only people here in Colorado that would throw Kentucky Derby parties. So,
Yep. My brother and sister-in-law grew up in Louisville, moved to Sacramento, California, did the same thing. They had a big derby party every year. Now they
hmm
live in Gulf Shores as well.
hmm
But
yeah, I want to start doing that again. My parents were really good about the Derby parties, but
yeah,
um, yeah, no one does them here. So,
right. Anybody got any wins since last week you want to talk about? Miss Leanne, did you start your YouTube training yet?
No,
What?
I hadn't. I meant to, but I had to put my dog down yesterday. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
after 15 years, so we just had a rough day the last week.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I did have two closings on Friday.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Who else? Wins. Andy, you've had a win or two, haven't you?
Quite a few. Yeah, we've had the phone won't stop ringing from the YouTube channel. We've got let's see, we closed at $1,100,000 on Friday. We closed another $1 million on Monday. We've got another closing this Friday. We've got three closings next week, and then we've got four more closings scheduled before the end of June.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
All from
And
the
then
channel.
added seven new listings.
Very cool.
So it's going nuts. And we
Yeah.
got a listing appointment tomorrow afternoon with another YouTube client.
You added seven more listings. Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, we've added seven listings so far in the past 2 weeks.
Wow, good for you.
That's crazy.
We stacking them deep and selling them cheap, baby.
That
I'm getting
sounded
the
like a car dealer.
That's right.
I'm getting the
Andy
multiple
used to be in the
offers
car
going.
business. What'd you say, Jeff?
I said I'm getting the multiple offers going. I'm going to take some time this afternoon. I want to go through the training on that. And then I did go in yesterday, met with Glenn. Whatever. I want to get that cranked up in the next week
Yeah.
and just start bringing in more listings. You know, using that. I know it's just a great tool to get in front of people.
Yeah.
I booked everything this morning for the Michael Reese trip on August 3rd and 4th. So
Did you?
I've got hotel booked and flight booked and all that.
Cool.
Zach, if you want to go to that, let me know. I'm going to go down there. It's in Dallas.
I don't
It's
know
a
too
deep,
much about the Dallas trip.
it's 2 days. Um, Tim and I went last year, it was called Dominant Listing Agent. So it was 2 days on like marketing and listings, handling listings, whatever. They've taken it now. They got 1 day for buyers, 1 day for sellers, but it's phenomenal. I mean, it's just it truly is. Probably it's the best 2 day training that I've probably it's been to in years.
I
Um,
agree.
really, just so good, And with everything we're doing, everything you're working on, and these funnels and stuff, just again to be around it and to be in the room and to be there, you'll pick up so much good stuff. Leanne, if you want to come over, I don't know if that works for you. I did put it in that newsletter that I sent out on Monday to agents, which I think you should have it in your emails. The details are there. So if it's something you guys want to come to, I'll be there. Andy will be there. Um, really good event. So we did get
I'm
links
trying
to
to make
that,
it
Tim,
too.
last Friday. I know you weren't in that meeting. I meant to tell you about that. I don't know if you and Andy
Yeah,
talked.
Andy texted me Friday about it.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in going as well. I've just got something planned the night of the second night, so it's going to depend on when I can fly back out.
And you could fly. I know before it's like, because it'll end. You know how they do it. It's usually that by 4 o'clock or so, you're kind of done. I know I've gone to the airport that same day and gotten out there at 5:36. Depending.
Yeah.
This
But
is the August 3rd through 4th, 3rd and 4th.
yeah, yeah.
I
So
see it in your newsletter here.
and
I've got to
Kathy, I
be
don't
at a
know that.
Toto, Christopher Cross, and the Romantics concert at 7:45 that night.
Oh shoot! There you go.
We've had those tickets for 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's down here, Andy, at the wharf.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not pushing it, so I'm gonna fly in on the second and fly out on the fifth this time. I'm not doing same day travel.
Makes it tight. Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
I was looking up hotels and I was thinking, that Hilton's right across the street. So I was like, well, I'm not a Hilton member. So
Go to the.
I was looking at the Stay Bridge down the road, but so I said, well, I wonder what those Hilton rooms are. So I was trying to log in to see if I had a Hilton number, and it said it populated a number, and I was like, what is this? So I just clicked on it and said join, whatever to sign in. Well, when I signed in, then it said hello, Ashley, and I'm like, oh, that's my wife's account. So, but then I got to looking in there, and I was like, she's got 40,000 points, from her. It's her government account. So I went out there and asked her, I said, can I use those points? She was like, yeah, use them. So I was like, oh, yeah. So I'm staying at the Hilton for 3 days for $75
There you go.
total.
That's nice. That's a nice
That's
hotel.
nice.
Yeah.
And then I had 80,000 sky miles, so I'm flying for free. So, I'm like, this is basically the whole trip's going to cost me $75. So I'm like, well, why not?
All those
Where do
clothes.
we usually stay, Jeff?
I think it's Staybridge, isn't it?
It
Isn't that
is.
the name of it? Staybridge
It's
Street?
Stay
It's like
Bridge
it's
in
walking
Frisco.
distance right there. Yeah.
It's like 0.2 miles away.
Yeah. That's when we stay at. Like it's nice. I
Yeah.
mean, the rooms are nice. I mean, it's a nice hotel. So
And that's considered Plano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll try to do that because I definitely want to be there. Because
Yeah.
Andy and I we're going to start pushing it in our newsletter too, and reaching out to all the people we've been talking to about EXP and see if we can get them to join.
yeah. I
See
want to
what
bring
the-
some of the people again, like Leanne, Zach, any guys that want to come. I want to reach out to different ones in our group, and anybody wants to come, like it's so worth coming.
I'm going to try to. I'm going to look at my schedule and see.
Yeah, it'd be great for you, Leanne. I mean, just yeah, so good.
Anytime you can be in the room with Michael Reese for 2 days is like worth a bar of gold. I mean, it really is. I mean,
I like it that he keeps it small. I mean, I think the room can hold 80, but they probably won't. It'll be. I
40.
mean, I've been there. It's usually you count on probably 40, maybe. I don't know, 40, 50 people. And they provide lunch, and it's just so it's good hands-on time. It's bring your laptops to the room because you're going to be working on things while you're there. It's very productive. So Kathy, that would be great. I mean, have you been to that one down there, Kathy? The dominant listing, it's so good. If you can get some people, I do want to introduce you to. I know her camera's not working well, but Nancy, Kathy's in Nashville. Nancy's in Nashville. She just joined us here like a week ago, so I wanted to connect you two.
Welcome, Nancy.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
So, and you're muted, Kathy, just so you know.
And muted, I see. Welcome, Nancy. Yeah, let's connect sometime.
Okay.
Kathy's one of our founders, leaders, Freedom Team. Been in the business for a long time. So, and you've been in, Nancy, you've been, what, 20 years, right? 20 some years?
Yes, I have.
So, yeah. So it's good to have you with us. I knew you were on there yesterday. So, how was yesterday for everybody that was there? Was it good? Some good stuff?
It was
Good
some good
things?
stuff. It really was.
Yeah. Played that recording. So we don't normally play recording, but yesterday that's how it worked. But it was good stuff that you pulled out. Andy, you got, and I saw we traded emails. You got the link to those playbooks. Yeah.
Yep, it's in there.
Okay. Cool. Good deal. Marcus, can you unmute yourself?
Good morning.
There you go. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Sunny
Good.
day in Georgia. No rain today.
There you go. Can you turn your camera on or no? Maybe not. I want to introduce you guys. Marcus is new with us. There you go. Hey, Marcus.
Good morning.
So
Good morning.
he's new with us as of about a week ago or so. So
Awesome.
Glad to be here.
it's good to have you. So, who's got something? Where do you guys want to go? Where do we want to talk about? Anjanette's here. She usually has her camera on. She's busy. She's doing stuff, hanging out behind the scenes. So, anybody got anything they want to dive down here? We can start talking about anything. Any deals you got going? Questions about EXP? Questions about transactions? Questions about marketing? Listing that's sitting there that you need help with? That I don't know. Anything and everything.
I do have a listing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it moving? How long
No.
you had it? Sitting there?
Probably about 70 days.
Oh, really? Okay. We have one. We have one right now. This is a record for us. We've never had this. We're at 500 and some days right now.
Oh, wow.
What's the price point?
I don't. It's a crazy situation. It's just they haven't listened. I want to. It's down in Pueblo, which is south of us here, and it's been hard to show. It's a corporate reload. The guy. It's a. I don't know. We should have dropped it months ago, but years ago at this point. It's just been on the market forever. I don't know. Lane's got the story on that one. I'm not sure. But how long is yours? You just been on about 70 days, Leanne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not moving.
It's had and on Zillow, it's had like 764 views
Okay.
and 60 saves.
Okay.
What's wrong with
So-
it?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's a 4-bedroom. The only thing I could really think of is the living room and dining room is combined, and so it's sort of small to have 4 bedrooms. If you have a bunch of kids, I could understand you need something bigger, but like right now, just a couple lives there. They don't have any small kids, so if you have small kids, I could understand it being too small. But other than that, I don't think anything's wrong with it.
Any feedback when it has shown?
Um,
It's consistently negative about anything?
just being small. That's really about it.
What's the total square footage?
I'm sorry,
Total square footage?
2039.
It's not too bad.
What's it priced at?
364.9.
Is that a good price for that house?
It's not bad. It may be a little bit over, but
Have they done any
Oh.
price reductions at this point?
yes,
Okay. Where'd they start?
380.
Have they done any price improvements?
Better words. Better words.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got two thoughts. First of all, time to go back to the seller and say, listen, the market's telling us after 70 days and,
They're
60 people have saved it and it's time to improve this price again. We're
yeah,
going to
and
be
they're
sitting on it through the
they're
summer.
going to they're going to. We had that conversation already. They had a showing on Sunday before I did an open house, and those people went back on Monday. So I think they were sort of just trying to wait to see if they got anything off of them.
Hmm.
But I hadn't heard anything back, and I did reach out to the agent and still haven't heard anything back from them either. Um, so it's probably we're just gonna have to lower the price a little bit more.
Probably
Yeah.
move on it. And honestly,
How
that
many
might be what
showings have
brings them
y'all
back.
had?
Huh? Do
How many
what?
showings have you had?
Um, Probably about not a ton, but maybe 10. But I've done open houses and I've probably had another probably 10 or 15, probably about
What
15.
what feedback are you hearing?
Um, Other than it being a little small in the living room area, that's about it. That's really it. One person said something about the cracks on the concrete, but that was on the driveway. But it's not raised. There are hairline cracks, I mean, nothing but settlement issues. The house is 2014.
That's not an issue.
Mm.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
size, if it's the size, I mean, again, there's nothing you can do about the size except make it priced so good that the size
Right.
doesn't matter anymore.
right.
You get rid of that objection because it's too good of a deal to walk away from.
Yeah.
And so, and
And
it
or
might
if
be the
there's a lot
thing.
of big furniture in there, minimize that.
Yeah, they did. They took out some more stuff the other day, last week.
You mentioned a living room and dining room, I think, earlier.
Hmm.
Is there also a family room? Or
No.
so what you're calling the living room would be the family room?
Yeah,
And is it that room that's small or is it the dining room?
probably the living room.
Okay. I was going to say, in one case, I had a traditional ranch, big living room, small dining room, and we literally flipped them. We took the dining room furniture, put it in the middle of the rectangular living room. We opened the table all the way up. We put 12 chairs around it instead of 6, and we moved all that little bitty living room furniture into the old dining room. Made a huge difference in appeal because somebody that's got a big family was really attracted to that. But in that case, we also had a family room, so it didn't take away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the family space, if you will. But
yeah.
that's where I was going with that. Hello, Aunt
Yeah,
Jeanette. Good to see your smiling face. Anything else on that, Leanne?
that's really it.
Just chase that agent down that may have some interest and see what comes of that, and then do another improvement.
Okay,
And
I'll do
notice
that.
I'm using the word price improvement instead of price reduction. That's so
Right.
important.
Sorry.
And when you're talking to your sellers, talk about, the market is telling us we're priced too high because this house should have been sold already, the condition that it's in. But the reason people aren't even really quantitatively, 10 showings in 70 days is not a lot. A properly priced house should show 10 times in the first week or two.
Right.
So we have a
Yeah.
price issue for sure. And then, everything will sell for the right price, even the
Okay.
small living room.
Right. Yeah. It's a nice little house. And it's in a really good area. That's the big thing. It's in a good area, good school district.
Good curb appeal.
Yeah. Hmm. If
Out
you want to
of
look at it, it's 103 East Steel Cove in Madison, Mississippi, MS.
Spell the street name, please.
Estill
Okay. One
Cove.
other thought too, if it's 70 days old, if you haven't updated your pictures to show green grass
I
instead of coming
did.
out of winter. Okay.
I did.
Definitely want to do that if you haven't.
Yeah.
how, out of the 10 showings, how long have you been at this price right now? The 364.9.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. It's been a little while.
Has it been a while?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've had a good chunk of showings out of the 10. Has a good chunk come from
Yes.
that price
Yes.
reduction?
Yes.
To me, that just says you're close. You're just not where
Yeah.
you need to be.
Mhm.
And it might be just,
Mhm.
I wouldn't, I mean, reach out to that agent again maybe today, just see if you get them. But if not, I would just like by tomorrow probably, so it gets ready for the weekend and make a
Hmm.
big deal out of that. Price
Okay.
improvement, all over the internet and social media and all that kind of stuff, and even another video of it or something. Get out there and just market it like that. But that might be too what brings those people back. All of a sudden they looked at it twice. That might be the thing that okay, we're ready to go.
Right. Okay.
And then if they offer a lower price, you don't know. We don't have to. We just lowered it again. We don't need it to go lower. I mean, you can negotiate that.
Negotiate
At least
that.
you got an offer to negotiate at that point.
Right. Right.
I
Exactly.
tell the sellers all the time, look, I'd rather bring you 10 offers that you say no to, as opposed to we sit here for another 3 months and we have no offers. We can't do anything without any offers. We just need an offer. Now they're telling us that out of all the homes they looked at, this is their favorite one. And so now it puts the ball in our court. We can negotiate this, and get this. But to sit here over a price for another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I mean, whatever. We're in the key season right now.
Yeah.
These people want to
And
get
I
moved
told them
in.
that. I said, because people are getting ready to move, school's out. They want to be moved in and settled by August.
For
Now
sure.
it's actually a lot of the schools around here are starting back the end of July.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I think your furniture still is an issue. I'm looking through all the pictures. There's a bookcase in the living room that's not necessary. There's two sofa tables instead of just one. There's a table behind the sofa. Anything that's not absolutely necessary should be gone.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
something I don't even know what it is, a paper shredder or something sitting by the window and in the dining area. I mean, just get rid of everything that's not an absolute necessity, and that's going to make both of those rooms look bigger.
You want to share your screen?
I can do that. This foyer table is nice, but not necessary. You don't need a thing to throw your shoes in at the foyer when you're selling a house. You don't need this hat rack. There's
They've
just a
already they've
lot of
already gotten rid
clutter.
of that. I need to redo that picture. They got rid of that the other day.
And let me go back a few.
I'm with Tim 100%. Take that sofa table out and move it back, move that sofa back when it already feels that tight. Like you just need to make it as spacious feeling as you possibly can.
Get rid of that plant. It's barely alive anyway. Get
I
rid of
think
this sofa table and stools. You could go
Yep,
to one table instead of one on each side. Get rid of the
yep,
bookcase.
yep.
you move
Um,
that couch back a little
Move
bit
that
with that
couch
table
back,
moved.
yeah,
exactly.
when you get rid of that sofa table, I was heading backwards to get to
I
that.
feel like we looked at this one time.
we did. Me and you did.
Okay, okay.
It's a nice house. It looks like a nice house.
I don't know what
Yeah.
that is, but get rid of that.
Yeah. I think
And
it's a paper shredder or something.
So I thought we talked about when you and I talked about moving that table out and pushing that couch back. I mean, that'll open that feeling up a lot.
They did get rid of the bar stools at the bar and they got rid of the coat rack.
Yeah.
put this somewhere in a closet.
Nice kitchen though.
See, even looking at that angle, that just looks packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you do those little things and reshoot those rooms, and if the grass is greener than it was the last time you shot the outside, I'd reshoot that.
Okay.
That looks good.
Over there by the sink,
That
I would
looks
lose
dark.
more of that stuff on the sink. You know, go back, Tim. Um, I'd lose that
Yeah.
stuff with the sponge and all that.
Yeah,
And the
take all
bottled
that down for
waters.
pictures.
I would clear all that. I'd
Yeah.
put all that stuff under the counter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as much counter space as possible for people to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, and again, I like that picture, but again, if that table and chair, that the stools, all that was gone over there, and that couch
Yeah,
moved back a little bit, just kind
yeah,
of
I
open that
agree.
up a little bit more,
Yeah.
would help.
Mm.
But you might try too, Leanne. I don't know. We've done this. We did this with one of ours here just recently because they have big rooms, but they have ginormous furniture. I mean, it's huge. It's just too much, you know. And the bookcases, we did some AI decluttering of everything, just cleared the rooms, and we of
Mhm.
course put that on there that this is AI, but just so you can see it empty,
Okay.
you know. And we just added those into our pictures as well.
So if you do that, you just go on AI and tell it to clear the room.
Yeah, just take that
Okay.
picture, you can put it in ChatGPT, like just declutter this. I mean, honestly, like it'll do it. You know,
Okay.
there's ways to do it. Yeah, and we let people know that this is an AI photo. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
decluttered.
Well, I think you have to put that actually on the picture. So in that living room picture, Leanne, like all these have bright, sunny outside window. Like in the living room picture, it's dark outside. So
Well, because
I
on the
would,
back patio, it's screened in, so there's really not any sunlight coming in.
but it's like it's pitch black out there. Is it look like that?
Nice yard.
I mean, the pictures was all taken at the same time, so no. I mean,
It's a
Got it.
Hmm.
sunny day.
The light
Yeah.
coming in from
Look
that
at the
window
living
is
room
from that
picture
back
again.
patio. Is that right? Like it's from
yeah,
that screened in room that the window
yeah,
faces. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Is this shed covering a window
I was
partially?
just gonna ask that.
I believe so.
What
I
room
have
is
to.
that?
It's one of the spare bedrooms.
Yeah, I'd try to do something with that if they can. I know it's sitting on a platform. I
Yeah, it's sitting on a
don't know.
platform. I don't think they can.
Nice
It's a nice
house.
house.
Very nice house.
Yep.
Crazy what you can get.
I would
Go to
just
that
try and
living
open
room
that up a
picture
little bit
again.
more. You know, looks very nice.
Looks really nice. That's a good shot.
That's nice.
That's still big furniture though.
Yeah, I'd 100% like you said, take out one of those end tables.
Okay.
Some
That
ideas.
shot that's facing the fireplace with that window to the left of that fireplace, like it's all black, like it looks like it's nighttime in there. But I don't, if, I mean, if it's just due to the covered porch, I guess there's not much you can do for that.
Yeah, I can make sure the light's on and just retake it and see what I
Outside,
get.
yeah.
Yeah, and just see
Well, I'd
what
retake
happens.
them anyway after you take some more of that furniture out of there.
Right.
I mean, even if they just stick it in their garage,
Yeah,
the
they've
tables and
got a
the
lot of stuff out there
shelves.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Well, thank y'all.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
It'll get sold.
It's a nice house for that price
Yeah,
compared to what you can buy here.
I've got a
right. I agree.
I've got a question for. Has anybody here used homes.com? You have? Is that, I mean, have you like paid for it?
No, not paid for it. I kind of set up my profile forever ago and then was tapping back into it. It sends out articles pretty regularly and it seems like a decent home search, but I haven't um, set up lead generation or anything.
Okay. Lane got on a Zoom yesterday and just to look at it, this guy had been kind of calling her for quite a while, and she was super impressed with what they're doing. I know they're running commercials all over the place. I'm seeing
Mhm.
them on TV like a lot, you know, and ads that they're running, and just things you can do. Like they're really using AI a lot, like for buyer searches. Like buyers get on there and they're showing people in the commercials, you know, like show me what that room would look like without furniture, and it does it right there on the spot. Show me how to do that. What if I did that? It's almost like teaching people using AI on their searches and different things. Now there's just Lane was really impressed with what they're doing. I'm not looking to spend another $300 a month for something we don't need because that's what it is. But I don't know, you know. So she wants to ask around and just get some feedback from anybody that maybe has bought into the platform. You know, they have you can do a 6 month thing with it, which I don't know, we might do. But, we get hit with all this stuff all the time. So nobody on here has done anything with them as far as paying for it. No.
Not in years.
Yeah. Okay.
I know they've changed a lot lately.
Yeah, just curious. Okay.
Speaking of AI, I overheard Andy talking about Nick's presentation about Halo. Was that current or old, or where is that recording?
Tim
He
was
didn't
on there.
talk about it as a guest speaker for Freedom Team. He did his own thing, so we don't have a recording of it that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But you could get a hold of him probably and get it. It was pretty impressive. Did you have a question about his offer or something that I might be able to help you with? Or
No, Andy was just very excited about it, so I wanted to see it.
yeah, Angie literally says it's been life changing. I mean, it's a very, everybody's used Chat GPT to some extent, and this is Claude and AI agents and about 30 different AI agents. Like think about it as like an org chart where you're the president and you have duties that you assign to your VP, you have duties you assign to your CFO, you duties you assign to your VP of marketing, your VP of sales, and they always have. So you got all these people working for you, but those are all AI agents that connect together in your business, and you literally can, hey, so and so, go out and do a listing presentation for 123 Plantation Street, Louisville, Kentucky. And in minutes, you've got a listing presentation for it. Well, that went to your marketing department. So the marketing AI agent knew what to do because of how they've been trained for a listing presentation. And that's just a stupid example, but you got all these people working for you. It's like $99 a month. And then you pay $99 per listing if you want it to actually go out and give you a website for the listing that you just listed. And you can walk into an appointment not only with the listing presentation, but if you wanted to spend the $99, you can say, and I've already built the website. Here's what it looks like. Let's take a look at it. And no agent's going to walk into a listing appointment with all that already done using an assumptive close that you're listing that property, and in fact so much so that I've already done all this. Here, take a look with me. So, and I'm just using a listing example. There's plenty other examples. It'll do all your blogging to your website. It'll post it'll create all your social media posts. You still have to post it. They haven't worked out doing all the posting for you because there's some issue with these social media platforms finding AI bots posting, and they're trying to squelch that, is my understanding. And I'm not doing it justice, but he's got it reaching out to him saying, hey, I need an updated headshot and I need this. And what's your X handle? And, just you'll go through probably 8 hours of just answering questions and building it. And once you teach it all about you, then I mean, there's a wealth of information you can use. But
Yeah, I'm in the process of setting up a lot of things, and it's time consuming, and
yeah,
one rabbit chases another rabbit. So
absolutely. And then they
Nick's
make
on it.
babies.
I got on there and watched the webinar. It was powerful what they're doing. Again, I'm really trying to watch right now. I need to, like I was telling these guys earlier, I need to go through. I just, next thing you know, you got $20 going to this and $10 to this and $100 to this and $50 to this. And it's like, holy crap, I'm spending, $2,000 a month and I'm using these three things, and I got seven other things over here that I need to go through all my stuff and figure out because I tend to just jump into all these different things. But I was
we,
impressed with what I saw with that. The $99, I mean, and what they're doing with it. You're literally just texting it, and you're going back and forth with text through the AI,
yep.
and it builds it. It was. Or did you get into it, Tim, or is it just Andy?
Just Andy for now. He's
Okay.
kind of evaluating it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm so involved in attraction. I'm not trying to grow my production business, and
Right.
that's really what it's about. So I didn't do it immediately for that reason. But if I was seriously in production, I would have done it on the spot. It was that good. I mean, and it actually replaces some of those other expenses that you currently have.
That's
I
what I'm
can't speak
thinking.
to which ones, but there's some
And
of them.
honestly, I could see using it for attraction. I would think you could almost like, I want to build a website like for
Yeah.
and almost like there's ways to probably work that over time. I
Yeah.
don't know, figuring that out.
Well, and Andy's working that into our attraction site. So we don't have individual sites. We have one in our Agents of Freedom organization that is our attraction site. So we're going to use it for that. I think he's just using it on the production side right now. But
Mhm.
I asked the question in the very first seminar that Nick did on it, if can you use it basically with multiple personalities? Can I use it for my production site and Andy's production site and our attraction site? And the answer was yes. So
Right.
that was the other reason I didn't pull the trigger.
Okay. Cool.
How can I further help you, Marcus, on that? Do you need Nick's phone number or what can I do for you?
Well, I can either get a hold of Andy or go through Nick. If you have Nick's, you can send it to me.
Yeah, I do.
That'd be the way to go, Marcus. Get a hold of Nick and, just let him know whatever. Talk to Tim and Jeff, whatever, and just he'll get you whatever you need. Like he can get you the site to go to and look at it, or maybe a replay of the webinar that he did.
Cool.
What's the name of the site?
Well, he's using a thing called Halo. There's another. Is that the right? It's Halo.
Yeah, it's Halo and Whoozy is. I don't understand the
Yeah.
relation. Whoozy may be the product. Halo may be the company. I don't know, but he's partnered with some ex-Microsoft software engineers to build this whole thing, and he's been working on it for months or maybe years.
Yeah.
It's literally like having 30 employees working for you that you can ask them to do things for you.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah, and I'm at the point where, as opposed to being like Jeff and adding up all these different vendors that I've got on the payroll, if I can just have one at that price, I mean, that's like cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cheap.
What's the best way for me to get you Nick's phone number?
You can text it to me.
Okay.
678-852-1546.
All right. You'll have it in 3 seconds.
All right, thanks, Tim.
Now you can like produce video.
Paul, good morning. Good to see you.
Hey guys. So when you Google Whoozy, Whoozy AI is a highly regarded as a specialized industry-specific AI platform tailored primarily for real estate professionals, creators, and coaches. It acts as a collaborative AI workspace rather than just a simple chatbot. So I don't know how that compares to Claude or anything like that, but it's kind of a brief.
It's Claude on multiple steroids is the way I took it from Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's several different links as Google tends to reference those things now. And it shows many of them all as YouTube. So YouTube social theory, I guess YouTube social theory is at least where they kind of started using their content for, to summarize it in here and into Google.
I know watching those guys on the webinar, and maybe even it was Andy too, just like, like literally taking and, going back and forth by text, all the stuff that you want in a website, whatever. And literally within 10 minutes, it's got a full blown, really good looking website with, the links and the drop down menus and not just a page. It's like not a landing page, like a full on website with, it was like, this would take days and weeks to try and build on your own, and it literally does it in 10 minutes. It was done. I mean, it was amazing to watch what you can do with it now. The hardest part with some of this stuff is like what's coming next week. Because it's moving so fast, it's like, what's the next thing we do? I wouldn't get into any kind of AI thing right now where I had to sign like a year-long agreement or something. I think there's just no way, because it's so month to month, week to week, honestly, the way it's happening. But it is important, I think, too, that we stay up with this stuff, because those are the agents that are going to just continue to take over market share. You walk into a listing appointment with some of this stuff, and it's like, and you're competing with three other agents who showed nothing with it. You got the listing. Even a buyer appointment. Why should a buyer work with you? It's like when you can start showing them different things like this, and just it's like, holy cow, you just wow them. There's no way they're signing on. So I know it can all pay for itself very quickly. I think, if you're in production and doing this, I'd be all over some of this stuff.
Did you get that text okay, Marcus?
I did. Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.
I'll save you on my phone.
Tim Holland in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep. And Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Gulf Shores, Alabama. And Jeanette, how you doing? Anything we can help you with?
Thank you though, but I'm still learning a lot. One bite at a time, but that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for sure. Well, just let us know. So,
Will do. Thanks.
Maria, I don't know if you can unmute. And if not, totally good. Not here to put you on the spot at all. Maria or Brad's good to see you.
Jeff,
Yeah.
quick question. Do you have like videos about listing presentations on Freedom that I can review later on? Like how to, when you're for listings like that, you have resources for that?
I'll tell you a good resource right now. What do you think, Tim? I'm thinking, or Kathy, I'm thinking the Seller's Toolkit for EXP. That's a great place to start, and then and I think it'll lead you into Canva. There's really good.
Oh, really?
EXP has some really good stuff in there, like
Canva. Okay.
that you can customize and make your own. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll find the EXP Sellers Toolkit and I'll put it in the chat. So I know it's on the. We got it.
Has
Have
anybody
you?
used the CMA from Canva?
Yeah, that one too. What app or what do you use for CMA, like to help you price?
I'd go to your MLS for training on CMAs because every MLS is different. But I would start there.
Okay.
Do you
Do you
remember?
like the?
I'm sorry.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Do you like the CMA in Canva as far as the template?
Who are you asking? And Jeanette?
Anyone?
No, I don't use it.
Do you have a template you prefer, or?
I use the one out of my MLS. I mean, that's where the data is coming from. So I've found that to be the easiest instead of copying and pasting data out of one system and putting it in another. But
That
I mean,
makes
that's
sense.
a personal preference thing.
Yeah.
Me too. I do the same.
What was? And I don't know if they've announced this yet, Tim, because when we were in, in New Orleans a couple weeks ago, and they were all talking about that what's that thing that
The
Leo
hub.
went out and negotiated?
Oh,
Remember that thing? And because it was a CMA platform, it was a program. And I know that there's something coming with that. I forget it was housingcma.com or something. It was some service that a lot of people are using, and it uses AI. But they're finding it to be really good, accurate, quick CMAs. It's some system, and I forget the name of it, but could figure that out. It seems I've seen a couple things about that here recently. Whatever it was, I want to say like it was how Tim's looking. Here's internet real quick. If you go to our Freedom Team website, freedomteamsupport.com,
Okay, yep.
right up here, resources and marketing, right there, EXP Sellers Toolkit.
Freedom Team XP.
You saw that?
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of stuff on here,
Perfect.
So I would start here because there's forums, there's again down here there's listing presentations, resources,
Yeah, that's good.
all kinds of stuff here, scripts, listing consultation,
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing is in here.
Awesome.
So
Yay, thank you. Now I know where to go.
yeah, I would start there. So,
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
for sure.
if you all aren't using freedomteamsupport.com for everything, you're missing out because we've worked hard to build that Andy has worked hard to build it. Other leaders certainly had a lot of influence in what's in there, but it is a great resource. You can find anything you want about EXP.
Yeah.
And I could not find the CMA note in my notes from New Orleans, Jeff. So
Okay.
but EXP, what they're doing, they've built out the hub, and the hub is the communication that Slack was doing poorly is all being replaced. End of June, that'll be turned off. It's going to have a more workplace look and feel, but everything EXP is going to be in the hub. You're going to be able to go to the hub for everything and look at your stock, look at your RevShare organization, go build a website, go to Canva. I mean, they've worked hard to put everything in a central location, and that's where this CMA tool that Jeff was referencing is going to be.
Yeah.
One other thing on listing presentations, and Jeanette, you'd ask about. Oh, did we just lose you?
Lose Anjanette. Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's back. I personally believe in a listing presentation, but I will tell you probably 65, 70% of the real estate agents out there don't use a listing presentation. So don't get hung up on, oh, I have to have this before I can be good at listing houses. Go be yourself. Let your personality sell the seller in good CMA data. I would go to your MLS and learn how to build a badass CMA before I would put a minute into building a listing presentation, because you bring good data to an analytical person at the seller's listing appointment at their dining room table. That's what's going to win the deal. That and your personality. Your listing presentation is fluff. Here's what I'm going to do to market your property. You can say that as well as show that. So just kind of get your mind in that would be my recommendation. And I say that as your coach. I'm trying to not have you do too many things all at once and keep you focused on things that I feel are more important, that are less important, where your priority should be spent. So that would be my advice. Go get CMA training from your local MLS, learn how to build a really, really good CMA, and then let your personality win the deals while you're in the background building a listing presentation, if that's something you want as a tool.
Good point. Yeah, I like that.
Understand the data, understand that neighborhood, understand the days on market, understand the list to sales price ratio, understand that, like, you walk in and you have all that out there. And again, just data and papers and showing them. So if you had it all on if you had it just all downloaded onto your computer and you're just flipping through showing them that, like, that's,
Yeah.
and you're just showing that you're an expert when it comes to the numbers and in this market and in this neighborhood, and that wins them over.
Yeah, we have
Everybody's
classes.
welcome.
Yeah, they offer classes also in the MLS if you wanna come in and, hands-on. So that's something I really need to
There are teachings out there too that say CMAs are dead. There are coaches that say, if you're talking about CMAs, I can tell you're an older, experienced agent, because CMAs report his history. And what's important right now is to report present. And what I'm meaning is I'd still use a CMA, but I'd go in and say, now here's what's happened over the last year in your neighborhood, but here's what's happened in the last 30 days and what's happening right now. A house just listed 3 days ago for this price. Let's compare its features to yours. Look at these 7 houses that were listed 70 days ago, to use Leanne's scenario. Clearly, nobody's interested in that house for that price. So you've got to be under that, because you're pretty comparable to that house. That's what Jeff's talking about. He says, understand the data. When I do a CMA, I'll go in and I'll do all the technical stats, bedrooms, baths, square footage, style, acreage, basements, garages, etc. That's the basic stuff. But then to really hone in on it, I'm looking at finish quality. I'm looking at improvements. I'm looking at stainless versus black appliances, all that stuff. I'm looking at quartz instead of granite, instead of plastic laminate, all those things matter. And you can figure all that out visually, and you can tell a pretty good story. In fact, you can even pull up the pictures of the other competition listings in the listing appointment and say, here's what you're up against. It could be good, or it could be bad. You're going to blow this house away. We should be above that, because they don't have the features you have. that helps you fine tune, and it shows the seller just through you talking to them and improving if you want to show them. And I don't show them pictures a whole lot, but if I got somebody that's just adamant on a price, I'm gonna say, well, I'm sorry, I can't take your listing at that price because I spend money on my listings and I know I can't sell it for that price. And please respect me for saying that. I'm not the listing agent that's going to blow smoke up, you know what, just so you list with me. There's people out there that are going to put their sign in the yard and they're going to sell buyers that call off of that sign other houses that are priced right. That doesn't do you any good. So be wary of those agents.
Good point.
Yeah.
And I could give you so many talking points because that's all I did. My entire career was I was focused and specialized on listings, and we've had training. In fact, Jeff, the last time we were not the last time, but one of the times we were in Plano, we went out and did a
Dallas,
listing
yeah.
presentation on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I can't remember what it was, but
You want to list your house or do you want to sell your house? You know, if you want to list your house, there's plenty of agents that'll do that. If you want to sell your house, here's why I'm here. I'm not interested in listing your house.
Okay.
That just costs me money and costs me time and costs me headaches because you're going to be calling me 3 weeks from now wondering why nobody's coming through your house. And you're going to blame me when nobody's interested in your house at this price.
Yeah.
That's the truth of the matter. You and I have no control over this market. We have control over the condition of your house. That's you. We have control over the price. And I have control over the marketing. I'm going to market the heck out of this to get as many people in here as we can. But the price is so key. You don't want to pick your realtor based on who's going to price your home at whatever price. You know, I could line up 10 people outside the door in the next hour that'll all give you the next higher price to get your listing. They don't make money when they sell your house. They want that house to sit on there as long as possible. The more buyers they have drive through, call them on that sign. Well, that's where they make their money. I'm not interested in that. I want your house to get. I'd love to see your house go into contract in the first week, and we go to closing. You know, and we get a good story out of that. That's I want to get your house sold. You know, some of those kind of conversations. It's just like, you know, if you're picking this realtor said I could get this much, and this realtor said I could
Yeah,
get
they
this
always say that.
yeah. Well, then that's not how you pick a realtor. If that is that what you're using to pick a realtor, that you're totally missing everything on this. That's not how you do this. Because again, I could line up 10 people right now that'll give you the next higher price. And they have no control over that. Let's look at the data.
Yeah, look at the data.
yep.
You know?
They're just trying to tie you down, and then they're going to beg you to discount the price consistently.
Yeah.
In fact, most agents practice what I call the 3 Ps of marketing. They put a sign in the yard, they place it on the MLS, and they pray like heck some other agent's going to sell it for them. I'm serious. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, can you say it again? I like that.
They put it on the MLS, they place a sign in the yard, and they pray like heck another agent's going to sell it for them.
I'm taking notes. I like that.
So do you want the 3 Ps or do you want the 192 things I'm going to do to get your house sold?
Yeah.
And I actually had that document. I've lost it over the years, but I actually had a document that showed them 192 things I do to get a house sold into the closing table.
Wow. When I get a listing, I need to call you, Tim.
No, you need to call me before the listing appointment and review.
Yeah, you need to.
Brainstorming.
Yeah, you need to really kind of
Or
coach
go
me.
back to this recording in the future and look at the 45-minute mark to the 54-minute mark, because we've been spending about 10 minutes on listings. There's been some good stuff here.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Brad Borman? Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
You're muted, brother. Anything else, Anjanette, on that?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
Just
Hey, Brad.
Did I figure it out?
What's new in Tennessee?
Finally some warm, sunny weather. I'm itching to get out on the water rather than sitting in my kitchen, but
Yeah.
but no, not too much. Got a buyer that I've shown properties to since like last June, off and on, about it once or twice a quarter, that finally got them under contract. So
Oh well,
Hey.
that was
Congrats.
that was kind of a nice one. We'll see inspections are Tuesday or Thursday and Monday. So we'll see how all that goes. But otherwise, busy, can't complain.
Good. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, good to be here.
Paul, you're asking about the who's he contact? We were talking about Nick Krim.
I'll put his contact info in the chat.
Yeah. So he will be in this next Tuesday. But we'll have Nick on.
Oh yeah.
For training. So he couldn't do this Tuesday. He had an event going on up somewhere in New York. He's up there. Well, he was at Niagara Falls the other day, but he's got something he's doing up there, an event that he has to speak at. So he couldn't be on yesterday. That's why we moved him. He normally will be here the first Tuesday of every month, so everybody knows. But this week this time he is coming in this next Tuesday. So it's always good. Just updates. I love having that, and because he will weed out all of this fluff. You don't need that. You don't need that. This one does that and that. Don't worry about that. Like, don't pay a subscription on that. The free version is fine. Like, he breaks it all down. His guys are just so on that stuff, and so it really helps being on those trainings and just keeping you up. We got all of his trainings recorded in a playlist on our YouTube channel. But the stuff from a year ago, it'd be funny to go back and watch some of that because there's stuff in there now that's like we could just almost delete that recording,
Historic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The evolution of AI. We've had Nick come in now it's been a couple years now. He's come in, so good stuff. But he'll be here next Tuesday. So, anything else happening before we wrap it up? Anybody need any help? Anything? Questions? Kathy needs help.
I need a lot of help. Take longer than this call to probably help me.
Yeah.
We all need that. I'm right there with you.
Leanne, sorry about your dog. I saw your post.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Facebook.
that was it's pretty
What
hard.
kind of puppy was it?
A pit.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was
that's old for a pit, isn't it?
yeah,
15?
yeah, it is.
I've
Yeah,
got a
I've
dog.
had her for almost 15 years, and she was 6 to 9 months old when we got her.
Yeah.
So
That's tough, man. We lost 2 dogs within 2 months of one another, having to put them down like that. But they were old
yeah,
as well, and gosh, it don't matter. They're like your kids.
yeah, she was really my son's dog, but I took her over, and she was my baby.
Yeah. It's hard. They become family.
Yeah,
know?
they
Yeah.
do.
So
Yeah.
see you, Paul.
Good.
Yeah, I've got one laying down here behind me on the floor. It's all she does is sleep all day. She's got to be. I swear. We were trying to figure out. I think she's 18.
Wow.
This small dog. She's still going, but she can hardly see. She can see shadows. I think like she tracks. She follows me everywhere I go, but she'll walk right by me. It's safe. I have to like move, and then she'll see me.
That's how mine was. Yeah.
Yeah, and she can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Whatever. So it's just it's kind of crazy, but she's still going. Energizer Bunny, I think.
What kind is your dog, Jill?
This one is a Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. Oh.
Yeah, no. So great dog, but during COVID, she like for whatever reason, because she just latched onto me. Yeah, I was here every day working from home, and so so now it's like she follows me everywhere I go. I trip over her every day. I don't see her. I'm in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen is what happens. I'm going from this counter to this counter. I'm doing this, and next thing I'm like, oh my God, spilling coffee all over. What the get the heck out under my feet? Oh my goodness. So she sneezes all the time. I don't know what the story is. She's got like this whole sinus thing going on in her teeth and something, but it's like she sneezes 50 times a day.
Oh.
It's usually when I'm on a webinar in here, and she'll start going, and she'll sneeze 20 times in like 20 seconds. It's just like sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. I'm just like,
Oh, that's funny.
So, yes, we are live, folks. I'm sorry, I got a dog
Back here sneezing.
hang in there. So, anyway.
That's why you have that noise canceling microphone.
Yeah, I think it helps. But anyway, all right, guys, we'll wrap it up.
Thank you
All right,
all.
y'all have a good
Everybody.
day.
Good to see everybody. Okay, thanks for
Thank
being
Bye,
on.
you.
everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Out here on the grind, chasing dreams.